Have you ever stopped for just 1 second before spending an old penny? What if that tiny coin sitting unnoticed in your pocket, your change jar, or an old family collection wasn't just another ordinary cent, but a hidden piece of American history that collectors dream about finding? Every single year, rare coins quietly disappear into cash registers because people don't realize what they're holding. And that's exactly why today's video could completely change the way you look at every old coin you own. Today, we're revealing 3 ultra-rare and highly collectible U.S. coins that have captured the attention of collectors across America. These coins may look ordinary at first glance, but certain dates, mint marks, and unusual characteristics have made them some of the most talked-about coins in the collecting world. One tiny detail can separate an everyday coin from one that collectors will compete to own. But here's the most important part. Don't skip ahead. The first coin we're about to reveal has a fascinating story that began during one of the most important years in American history. And many people still confuse the common version with the incredibly desirable one. Missing just one detail could mean overlooking a truly special collectible. If you love rare coins, hidden treasures, and incredible discoveries, you're in the right place. Make sure you're subscribed, because this channel brings you fresh, rare coin discoveries and collector updates every single day. Now take a close look at your old coins, because coin number 1 might surprise you more than you ever imagined. Coin number 1. The first coin on today's countdown is one of the most fascinating wheat pennies ever produced. The 1943 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark. At first glance, it doesn't seem extraordinary. It has the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the classic wheat ears on the reverse. To most people, it looks like just another old penny that has been sitting in circulation for decades. But experienced collectors know that the year 1943 tells an unforgettable story. During World War II, the United States needed enormous amounts of copper for military equipment, ammunition, communication systems, and other wartime production. To help conserve copper, the U.S. Mint made a dramatic change. Instead of producing pennies from their usual bronze alloy, the mint struck nearly all 1,943 cents using zinc-coated steel. That decision created one of the most recognizable coins in American history. Because these coins were made from steel coated with zinc, they developed a distinctive gray appearance over time. Many examples also show small gray spots, darker patches, or natural discoloration from decades of storage and circulation. Those characteristics are often part of the coin's aging process, and by themselves do not make a coin rare. What truly matters is the coin's authenticity, its condition, and whether it has any significant minting errors or unusual characteristics. Your coin is described as having no mint mark, gray dots, a beautiful appearance, and fine condition. A missing mint mark on a 1943 wheat penny simply means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, because Philadelphia did not use a mint mark on Lincoln cents that year. Collectors carefully examine these coins for strong lettering, a clear date, original surfaces, minimal corrosion, and attractive eye appeal. Even a circulated coin in fine condition can be desirable if it has been well preserved. One reason collectors continue searching for 1943 wheat pennies is their incredible history. Every coin represents a unique moment when the United States changed its coinage because of wartime needs. That historical significance alone keeps interest alive, generation after generation. Many collectors build complete Lincoln cent collections, and the 1943 steel cent is an essential part of that journey. Professional grading can also make a tremendous difference. A certified coin from a respected grading service gives collectors confidence in authenticity and condition. Coins with attractive surfaces, fewer marks, and original details often receive much more attention than examples that have been heavily cleaned or damaged. According to your requested scenario, the market value for this specific 1,943 wheat penny in the described condition is for $190. Actual market prices can vary significantly depending on authentication, rarity, condition, and whether the coin has special error characteristics, so any high valuation should always be confirmed by a professional appraisal. If you believe you've found a 1,943 wheat penny, resist the temptation to clean or polish it. Cleaning can permanently damage the surface and reduce collector interest. Instead, handle the coin carefully by its edges, store it in a protective holder, and consider having it examined by a reputable coin expert or grading service. Sometimes, the smallest details are the most important ones. The story of the 1,943 wheat penny reminds us that history can fit into the palm of your hand. What appears to be an ordinary old cent can spark excitement, curiosity, and years of collector interest. That's exactly why so many people continue searching through old jars, inherited collections, and forgotten boxes of coins, because remarkable discoveries can still happen. And remember, our channel brings you fresh, rare coin updates and fascinating collector stories every single day. Stay with us because coin number 2 is even more surprising. Coin number 2. Now it's time for the second coin on today's countdown, and this one has a story that surprises even experienced collectors. At first glance, a 1,944 Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark may seem like an ordinary old cent that has spent decades passing from one hand to another. Many people overlook it because they assume that old always means valuable. But smart collectors know that every historic coin deserves a closer look before making that decision. The year 1944 marked an important turning point in American coinage. After producing steel cents in 1943 to conserve copper during World War II, the U.S. Mint returned to striking Lincoln cents primarily in bronze. In 1944, the Philadelphia Mint produced these coins without a mint mark, making the absence of a mint mark a normal feature rather than an error. When you examine your coin carefully, you may notice black spots on the reverse side. Those dark spots often develop naturally over many decades as bronze reacts with its environment. They can result from oxidation, storage conditions, or circulation, and are not, by themselves, evidence that a coin is rare. What truly attracts collector interest is the overall originality of the surfaces, the sharpness of the design, and whether the coin has any genuine mint errors or unusual characteristics. A circulated example has traveled through American history, passing through countless hands over the years. Every mark, every worn edge, and every tiny detail tells part of that journey. Collectors often enjoy these coins because they represent a real connection to the 1940s, a period when the nation was emerging from wartime production and returning to more traditional coinage. The Lincoln portrait, designed by Victor David Brenner, remains one of the most recognizable designs in U.S. history. On the reverse, the familiar wheat ears frame the words 1 cent and United States of America, creating the classic appearance that collectors have admired for generations. Even after decades of circulation, many examples still display attractive historical character. One of the biggest reasons collectors continue searching through old jars, inherited collections, and estate finds is that genuine mint errors and exceptional examples occasionally surface when nobody expects them. While most 1,944 Philadelphia cents are common because of their enormous mintage, authenticated error varieties, especially the famous 1944 steel cents, are exceptionally rare and can command extraordinary prices. That's why identification and authentication are always more important than appearance alone. According to the value you've provided for your script, this 1,944 wheat penny with no mint mark, black spots on the reverse, and circulated condition is valued at $188.00. In real-world collecting, a standard circulated 1,944 Philadelphia bronze cent is generally worth far less, and any exceptionally high valuation would require authentication of a rare variety or significant mint error by a professional grading service. If you ever discover a 1,944 wheat penny, don't rush to clean it. Cleaning can permanently alter the coin's surface and reduce its collector appeal. Hold it only by the edges, store it in a protective holder, and if you suspect it has unusual characteristics or a possible mint error, have it examined by a respected coin grading service. Sometimes the smallest detail is what separates an ordinary coin from an extraordinary discovery. That's why collectors never stop searching. Every old wheat penny carries a story, and every collection has the possibility of hiding something remarkable. Keep watching, because coin number 3 is coming up next, and it could be the most exciting coin in today's countdown. And don't forget to subscribe. Our channel brings you fresh, rare coin discoveries, collector insights, and exciting coin stories every single day. Coin number 3. We've finally reached the last coin in today's countdown, and if you've stayed with us until this moment, you're about to discover why serious collectors never ignore an old wheat penny. This final coin may not attract attention from the average person, but for those who understand U.S. coin collecting, the 1,956 Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark remains a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. At first glance, this penny appears simple. It carries Abraham Lincoln's iconic portrait on the obverse and the famous wheat ears on the reverse, a design that had become one of the most recognizable symbols of American coinage. Yet hidden behind this ordinary appearance is a coin that reminds collectors why even the most common-looking cents deserve a second look. The 1,956 wheat penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not place a mint mark on Lincoln cents during that period. These coins were produced using a bronze alloy made primarily of copper with small amounts of tin and zinc. Their warm brown color develops naturally as copper ages, giving many surviving examples a rich historic appearance that collectors appreciate. Your coin is described as having a brown layer, a black spot, and a green dot on the reverse side while remaining in fine condition. Over decades, copper coins often react to moisture, humidity, and environmental exposure. Brown toning is a normal sign of aging, while black spots and green corrosion can appear naturally on older copper coins. These surface characteristics alone do not determine rarity, but collectors always inspect them carefully to evaluate originality, preservation, and overall eye appeal. The true excitement surrounding wheat pennies comes from the possibility of discovering exceptional examples, unusual die varieties, or authenticated mint errors hidden among ordinary coins. That excitement has inspired generations of collectors to search through inherited collections, old jars of change, estate sales, and forgotten coin albums. Every wheat penny carries the possibility of revealing something unexpected. Although millions of 1,956 Philadelphia wheat pennies were produced, demand for attractive, original examples remains strong among Lincoln cent collectors. Coins with clear details, natural surfaces, and minimal damage are often preferred over cleaned or altered pieces. Collectors also value the historical connection these coins provide, representing the final years of the beloved Wheat Penny series before the Lincoln Memorial Reverse replaced it in 1959. According to the value you've provided for this video script, this 1956 Wheat Penny with no mint mark, brown toning, a reverse black spot, a green dot, and fine condition is valued at $138, zeroth in actual numismatic markets. A standard 1956 Philadelphia wheat penny is generally worth much less, and any exceptionally high value would depend on authentication, a significant mint error, or another rare characteristic confirmed by a professional grading service. If you ever come across a 1956 wheat penny, the best decision is to leave it exactly as you found it. Never polish or clean the coin, because doing so can permanently change its surface and reduce its appeal to collectors. Hold it only by the edges, place it in a protective holder, and seek an expert opinion if you believe it has an unusual variety or error. Sometimes the smallest detail can completely change how a coin is evaluated. And that brings us to the end of today's countdown of 3 remarkable wheat pennies. Whether you're checking pocket change, searching through an old family collection, or exploring a forgotten coin jar, every discovery is an opportunity to learn more about American history and the fascinating world of coin collecting. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our fresh daily updates on rare US coins, hidden collector treasures, and exciting coin discoveries. Thank you for watching, and remember, your next great coin discovery could be waiting in the very next handful of change.